Hello everyone, this is Healthy Options with Maureen. Today we'll be making a soup that is very dear to my heart. That's the oha soup. It comes from the Ibos speaking origin from Nigeria. The good thing about this particular recipe is that I try to cut down time by blending up the ede instead of pounding it. I would say eliminated the use of stock cubes. By just using stockfish and natural flavor enhancers such as ogiri and crayfish, you're sure to get the maximum taste from your oha soup. Another way I cut down time was that I used very good quality palm oil instead of extracting it myself. Come with me as we make this. I know for sure you will like this. Thank you. So for our oha soup, we will be needing some pre-cooked meat with stockfish. I seasoned this with some salt, pepper and a little bit of onions. The onions is completely optional, you can leave that out. Stockfish is cured fish. It has a very unique and distinct smell and it goes very well with this dish. We need some cocoyam, also known as edo fe. You can see this one has already been cooked and it peels off very easily once it's cooked. It peels off very easily, and when you use a knife to pierce through it, if it gives you no resistance, that's when you know it's cooked. Then that cuts through very easily. So whenever you go to the market and ask for edo fe, it's very easy for you to cook it. You just wash off the sand, top on some water and boil, and once it stops giving you a resistance, when you pierce a knife or fork through it, you know it's cooked. We usually cook with the back, that way it's easier for you to get rid of the skin once it's cooked, because you just peel off the skin like that and you know that it's done. Don't mind the weird color. What this serves as is a thickener. It thickens your soup. So I've already pre-cooked my edo fe, also known as cocoyam, and I have it sliced up like this. I'm going to show you a very easy way to prep your ede, because usually we go about pounding it back home in Nigeria. I'm just gonna blend this. So once your ede is done, you cut it into small cubes like this, and I will show you what next to do as we proceed. Now we have our ede. We have, of course, the oha leaves. That's the star of the soup. You can't cook oha soup without oha leaves. We have ozuza leaves. These ozuza leaves come from the Piper Guinness pepper. That's the ukporo ozuza. This ukporo ozuza is also known as Benin pepper or the Ashanti pepper. We need, of course, some dried fish. We need some Cameroon pepper, or just regular dried chilies will do. As long as you have it ground up, that will work fine as well. We need some ogiri. That's from locust beans. That gives it a nice flavor. It doesn't smell good, but it tastes really great. We need some crayfish. That's already ground. We need some palm oil, also known as red oil. We need a little bit of uziza seeds. If I didn't have my uziza leaves, I would use more. But since we have uziza leaves, I'm using just a little bit of ground uziza seeds. And that's the Piper Guinness pepper I was talking about. I just ground it up to give me the powdered form. We need, of course, some salt. Now the first thing we will do when making our oha soup, as long as you've already pre-cooked your meat and your stockfish, is to start grinding your ede. This is a very easy process. We just have to add on a lot of water during this process, because the ede is tough, it's filled with some starchy substance, so the water will give it an easy blend. And please remember to cut your ede into small chunks. So onto the blender goes some water, a lot of water in fact. Then you can do this in 2 batches so that you will not strain your blender in any way. I feel this is way easier than pounding, and I'm sure you will agree. So the ede goes in. I'm going to top on some water. You can see the water already covers it, but I'll be adding on a bit more water so that I will not put any strain on the blender. That's the level of the water compared to the ede. So I'm going to start blending now. So while the head of cocoyam is blending, I will add on the ogiri into the cocoyam itself so that they can blend together to give me the smooth paste I'm looking for. Ogiri goes in as well, and I'm going to turn up the speed of the blender. So while the head is blending, I just returned my meat and the stockfish on the flame. As you can see, the stock is greatly reduced, and there's a reason for that. While I was cooking my meat, I made sure that I reduced the stock of the meat considerably. That's because I'm adding a lot of water to the ede or cocoyam that I'm blending. So I'm going to cover this, I'll let it boil, then I'll be adding the ede once it's done blending. So as you can notice, the meat and stockfish, they've started boiling again. Right now I'll be adding on the ede and the ogiri mixture that we blended. So it goes in. You can see how smooth it looks. Very smooth. You don't need to stress yourself pounding ede all the time you want to make oha soup or even your onibo soup, because these are the two soups that need thickener in the form of ede. So right now we have our meat, our stockfish, the ede or the cocoyam, and the ogiri in the pot. The next thing that goes into this pot of soup will be our palm oil or red oil. Our red oil goes in. So I'm going to cover this and let it boil through for about 5 minutes or so. While it boils, I'll go prep the vegetables so that they can be ready when needed. So that's our oha soup boiling, and when it begins to boil, you notice that it begins to foam. At this point, what is happening is that the ede is just cooking out completely. So you cover this and keep cooking until the foam disintegrates completely. Then you know it's time to start adding on the other ingredients. So after about 2 minutes, you will notice that it just disintegrates on its own. And that's what we have there. The essence of the ede or the cocoyam is to thicken the soup. So you can see what the texture of the soup looks like. It's not runny in any way, and it's not too thick also. Salt goes in, crayfish goes in, uziza seeds go in, Cameroon pepper, just your regular dry chili, that goes in. Then last but not the least, your dry fish goes in. Give this a good stir. I'll bring this to the boil, let it cook for a few minutes, then it will be time to add on the vegetables. So while my soup was cooking, I was able to slice up the vegetables. It's important you know that for oha, you slice your vegetable into big chunks. You don't need to bother in any way to make them small. In fact, some people tear up their oha leaves with their hands because they are pretty soft leaves. So you can see just that tears it apart. So you need your vegetable in big chunks, and that's what we have here. We also have our uziza. This you can cut a little bit smaller, or you can cut to your taste. Our soup has been boiling for some time now, and the uziza leaf goes in. It will cook for a minute or two, then the oha leaves goes in. So it's been about a minute since I added on the uziza leaves. Now the star of the soup goes in, and that's your oha leaves. So we add on the oha leaves. You can see how chunky the vegetables are. They are really very soft. They cook in just about a minute. So I'll give this a stir. And you can see our soup has come together, looking really nice, yummy and delicious. And it has just thickened to the right consistency. So this will cook for about a minute, and I will show you how I serve my oha soup. So that's exactly how I will serve my oha soup with some oats fufu. You can actually use pounded yam or apple, whatsoever works for you. I hope you give this a go and let us know what your take is on it. Please, if you've not subscribed, don't forget to do so by hitting on the subscribe button. I'll also leave a link below for other videos like this. Thank you.